What's up, guys? We're gonna get started in about 4 minutes, 30 seconds here. Let's play some copyright-free music. It's meditation music. I always like to listen to 528 hertz. It's supposed to be one of the best frequencies to listen to. Yeah, we're doing a Sunday live Nightshade for a change. I'm watching a beautiful video in Norway right now. It's with the healing music, or 528 hertz music, and I believe it's on the longest day in like Norway, where it's being filmed. That's pretty cool to go to. I believe it's pretty easy to travel to Norway right now. Let me look at where could you go? What countries are open now? I believe Norway is one of... Yeah, Norway is completely open. Yeah, you don't need to take a test. The UK as well. Ireland. A lot of Europe is pretty much open. Yeah. Italy. Yeah, so more and more places are opening up. Costa Rica, yeah, that's open. Dominican Republic. Cuba is open. Cuba. Okay, that's good. And, Thailand just opened. Vietnam is open. So everybody's really open. Is Indonesia, Bali? Not yet. Thailand I've been to. That was a lot of fun. Maybe I kind of want to go to the Philippines or Vietnam next, or Bali, but yeah. How about Dubai? Could Americans travel to Dubai now? I can't even find it on this. Okay, yeah, you gotta take a test. Yeah. Okay. Oh, thanks so much, Ahmad Ali. Yeah, we'll look at the market. I mean, it could be one of those instances where you just have, your five red months in a row, and then you bottom out in September, and I'll show you kind of the argument to make on the charts for that. We could probably bottom out with S&P in September, and that's when the oil could top out. So it might be a nice trade, from commodities to crypto at that point. But yeah, we'll talk about all that today. Let me see how much, last minute, how much would it cost to fly from Miami to, if I wanted to go to Bangkok, Thailand. Let's see if I wanted to, I don't know, just pick some random days in July. Just get started in just a minute here, guys. 33 people waiting. Good. About $2,000 round trip. That's not too bad. What about for let's see what it is for first class or business class. Let's see. Take off the... Okay, so about $12,000 round trip for bit first class, I believe. Is this first class? It looks like it. With stopping in Doha, Qatar. Yeah, guys, 50 people in. All right, we're going to start in just a second. We're going to start now. All right, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Thank you so much for joining me. Just looking at this beautiful seashore. Yeah, all right, let's get started with the analysis. So The first thing I want to talk about here is, our 10-day. So I'm on the Brave New Coin chart. Actually, I like to look at the Bitstamp chart for this because that's the Brave New Coin chart. Sometimes it doesn't have all, the data is a little bit different, I feel like. It's still good though, but yeah. So every time this has happened, every time we've gotten, a green dot with the dot below, circled it, here it didn't happen, but see, here, look, you marked the bottom right there, and you were kind of the same place. You just crossed into the red there as well on your 10-day. So 10-day money flow crossover into the red is very indicative of a bottom. Look right here, bam, right into the red. You hit a bottom, and then you had a really nice rally. So, right, if you got in, right when that confirmed, that's a nice 260% increase. The top right there. If you take away this, it probably would have been more of a gradual increase from there. You probably wouldn't have, it would have just kept coming up. So, yeah. When would this happen? We may get that green dot here. I don't know if, I forget what, I think it's got to be below this line, this solid line right here. So that's kind of iffy whether it's going to be a dot below. If it is, I would be a little weary. But here, money flow crossover, September, that's where I'm kind of looking at. And then you may get that, you may finally get that dot, that deep dot down there, deep green dot. So that would be a bottom out in September. Where would that bring us in terms of price decrease? Ooh, yeah, from this point right here to the bottom, that's another 50% drop. So 50% drop from where we are right now. I think it's going to be less than this, but this is 15K. I don't think it's going to be that low, but it could be, worst case scenario, probably the 17K. And what we want to look at for that is probably, we want to look at, and this I want to look at the Brave New Coin. I need as much data as possible for this. The 300-week moving average I want to look at. So let's change this to 300. To 300-week moving average. Let's put that on. And yeah, we almost touched it there. So right now it sits at, it's probably worst case scenario, 16 something. By the time you finally get there in August or September, probably 17. I'd say around 17. So that's absolute probably worst case scenario in my view, 17K. That would be enough to really say, have everybody completely give up on Bitcoin. Everybody says it's done, but if you're looking at this and you see how deep money flow is and basic patterns, you realize that it's really just a buying opportunity of a lifetime. So, if we look at 55, 66, 55 approximate drops from, when we had these money flow crossovers, if it's, let's say from here, let's say it's 45. This is the case, let's say it's 45, 10% less. This would be the case for 200-week moving average test, which I think is more likely. I don't think we're going under 20K. So that means you hit 23 or something over here in August, September. You hit 23 or 22.5. You test the 200-week moving average around 22, 23, which I think is a bit more likely. I think things would have to get really ugly for us to go to 17K. You'd probably see us S&P 500, the SPY index at 350 at that point. It could still go, that could go to 350 and this could go to low 20s. That would still make a lot of sense. And really, you'd see the most blood out of altcoins. Maybe the institutions will keep this above 20, but they won't be able to keep Ethereum up that much or any of the other altcoins. Coinbase. Where could this go? Because this would probably bottom out with everything, obviously. Say this goes down, and what you want to look at here, probably the 3 days, this is a curve down, you're going to get another red dot. You want to look for, and this would probably happen August, September, a bullish div over here. See, you get a higher green dot as you go down lower. So where would this, it kind of follows Bitcoin to a certain extent. Say this goes down, we're at a $14 billion, $15 billion market cap. If it goes down another 15% or 50%, that would be a $7 billion market cap. I don't know if, I don't think you would go much below a $7 or $8 billion market cap for this. You're getting the green dot in the weekly, which is a good sign. But I think you have a little bit more carnage ahead. As to, trying to guess where would this end up, we could try to, Do we? No, we don't have any. How would I draw the fib to try to guess here? Yeah, something like this. $14. Yeah, $14. So say you have, I don't know, from that 80% down. I don't think you'd come down that much. That'd be crazy. But there would be a strong argument to make for like $30, $6 billion market cap for this. Maybe you just come down. I mean, where would Bitcoin to come down to, from where we are right now to come down to this, moving average or whatever? That's only 26% down. So, say it goes down 26%. If this goes down, oh, wow, it's kind of crazy how volatile this is. I didn't realize that. Yeah, 70. Oh my. I didn't realize how much it pumped. Wow. Yeah, it could get interesting. $25. Yeah, it could get interesting. Maybe a double bottom pattern there. Did not realize how volatile this was. I mean, look at how much would you have? 80. Wow. Yeah, it's a volatile puppy. Did not realize how volatile coin was. But yeah. So that's Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum. And let's make sure that everything's going okay in the chat. This low ever on the daily. Nightshade, we could look at that. Actually, let's look at that. Yeah, this would kind of make me a bit more bearish, yeah. But let's just look at real quick the daily. And let's go to our... because what could happen with the daily, and it seems, probable. I know it is very deep there, but look, if we go all the way, I want to go back to our 2014 bear market. That was 2018. Did get a bit lower, but it's more indicative of a bottom. But what I think is going to happen based on higher time frames, we could look at, so we're almost there, right here. I circled it. See, we were at this point, and then you just came down a bit more. See, you just came down a bit more. You get your LXs, and then you keep coming down more. Come up a little bit, and then you keep going down more. So once you finally have the money flow crossover, that's indicative to the bottom. However, if we're back here, it could take 3 months, really. It could take even longer. It could take a while, but once you get that, you're kind of home free. So, this could drag on. This could drag on a lot, sadly. Was hoping it would be quicker, like 2018, but no. It seems like we're just going to drag on, and September, it could be that by the time we finally bottom out. You could stay in the red here for a while. It could really bore us out. Let's look at ETH. So ETH, it generally looks a little worse because you're still in the green on the weekly. And, the last time this has happened, that money flow crossover from here to here, 74%. You're not even there yet. Could be half of that. Could be like 30 something. Sadly, I hate to say it, but you probably could get down, a bit more here. You could probably, if we let's draw a fib level here. You could probably go down to this point. If Bitcoin goes down another 30%, 20%, this could go down. If Bitcoin's at low 20s, this could go down to 1100 maybe. That's a huge point, and that would kind of make sense because, what is that from where we're at right now? 40% correction from there. It'd be about half of what it was over here, maybe a little more than half, so that would kind of make sense. How's the 10-day on? So kind of the same deal. The 10-day, and this is interesting right here because this is more of a bullish case. So the 10-day right here, see how you got this dot? It's down low dot. Look at exactly how the money flow was. It's at the same exact level it was here, and that VWAP is curving up. So the thing is, though, the VWAP, where the VWAP is, it shows you have more carnage because we're not really, the VWAP's like over here, though. So I don't know if it's too promising, but that's more your bullish case because it's coming up. That green dot did mark the bottom there. But yeah, it does look like we need a little bit more to get deeper into the red. That's another sign too on the 3-day, especially for Bitcoin. When 3-day gets really, really deep, that's a good sign you're getting towards the bottom or you're almost at the bottom there. And if you kind of map this out, a few more months. September, August, a few more months. 3 months would bring us to probably beginning of September. So it's kind of the boring summer theory. Last summer, consolidation boring, which it's a good thing. I mean, you know, and that's the thing too. I was thinking about like, a lot of people, maybe they FOMO'd in, they were bored over the winter, and they FOMO'd in. We were at kind of at the tops, and we were starting to come down. They thought it would come back or whatever, because there's less to do in the winter. And then summer comes along, and Sally wants you to take her out for ice cream or something, and you realize I have no money at all, and my $1,000 investment in Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever altcoins is now worth $100. It's down 90%, but I could use that $100 to take Sally on a date, and then I cash it out because I don't think anything's going to happen with crypto. I think it's dead. And then I take Sally out on the date, and then Sally never talks to you again after that. And then you just wasted that $100, and crypto starts coming back right after you sell it, because that's typically what happens to the average person. And Sally's happy because she gets she doesn't need to invest in crypto. She So yeah, hope you guys found that funny. Ethan Coinbase daily, all-time lowest money flow. Okay, interesting. Luna. Okay. Okay, for ETH. So ETH on the daily, you want me to, okay. It is very, yeah, I mean, let's, we don't have data from, well, it's kind of, yeah, December 2016. That was ETH was not around in 2014. I don't believe it was. When did ETH come out? It was the last cycle, yeah, where it came out. It went really high. That was a nice wick down. It was a good buying opportunity, $13, 10x and 30x in 2 days. But yeah, let's see here. Maybe their network shut down for that. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I don't think it means too much. I mean, maybe there could be the argument that we get a short-term little bump up or something, but nothing goes straight down or straight up. But it does seem like we'll come down a bit more here. Could be interesting. In terms of more short term, I mean, we've been mainly just trying to catch bottom, long term catching bottoms here. But short term, it's kind of in between. I mean, your main bearish case is this VWAP. You're about to get a red dot that could easily just crash us down a bit more here, bounce around 1600s for a little bit, for a month or more after that or something. And then lower time frames a bit more bullish, could curve turn your hourly. So it's one of those typical weekend times where it's just hard to really make out the market. Trading, entering trade right now would be a little challenging, I would say. I mean, let's look at Bitcoin. Are we hitting anything big? Are we hitting any spiral lines? Anything? We had that kind of wick upward. We had the wick upward, and kind of just probably scared away all that. This is what happens on weekends. It scares away all the shorts, and then it wicks back down. Scares away all the FOMO longs. So, yeah, I mean, that wick up could have been it. That could have been it. There was somebody in my Discord talking about, I forget what he, maybe I'll have him on the live stream at some point, one of my moderators. He was talking about this, forget the indicator, but it was like indicating that would come up to 30.2 and then come back down to 28K on Monday or whatever. I believe that's what it was. I got to talk to him more about what he's been using. It's been interesting. He's got it's a weird indicator, but it may be worth talking about. It's not like a pay for indicator. It's a free thing or whatever, but it gives you lines of support and resistance kind of. But yeah, going up there with a VWAP. I do think this could be a local top, indicative of what happens in weekends a lot. In terms of a trade, I mean, I wouldn't be entering right now. I'm in a short from before, but I mean, something like this, it's not the best risk reward ratio, probably around here. And then we could draw, see some local fibs and see, you could try to ride this down to this area right here. That'd be nice. This pocket right there. Lower time frames, wouldn't be the worst place to give it a shot. I mean, VWAPs are high in terms of how we operate on weekends. 12 hour coming up. It's a weird, it's more of a sideways type of deal. Um, um, no, I think you're looking at the wrong thing, Daywalker. Let's see. Weekly money flow around ETH should give us some action. Yeah, it should. That could bring us close to the bottom, and then it's just consolidation for a few months. Tron. Okay. ADA and DOT. Yeah, let's look at some altcoins. I mean, the altcoins, they could go down a lot more. They could really. The normal altcoin pattern is like just, it's always that like V-shaped, 95. The last bull run was 98% correction for ADA. So if this one, 90% would bring us to 30 cents. I've been saying 30 cents is a huge area. Probably worst case scenario, 14 cents, 15 cents, something like that. Let's get our 10-day for this. Might be the first time ever. Thing is, you didn't bottom out here until, well, no, you did bottom out when there's not enough data on that. But yeah, I mean, I do think it does seem like you're going to come down a bit more, based on this, come down a bit more into the red. Once this crosses into the red, yeah, September, that area, that's where your bottom is. How much more of a correction would that be? Let's get a logarithmic scale so we could kind of get a better estimate here. So, if you have money flow come from, 188% upward, 180, that would be the zero. Actually, how do we... Oh, I know what we could do. We could just do the reverse of, from like, say, from this wick to... I can't even... Oh, come on. I guess here. 64%. Another 64% down. 20 cents or something. Or you come down to... Okay, so I still think it's either going to be 50% from here, or you come down a bit more to like 15 cents. That's what I'm thinking for ADA in the next few months. Look, I mean, there's going to be short-term pumps, but, let me give you an idea. If you wanted to try to short ADA, because I haven't been doing... I've been mainly focusing on Bitcoin, Ethereum right now for leverage trades, but if you wanted to try to short this guy, let's see. Well, first we got to draw some fib levels. We got to draw something. We need something to go by here. Yeah, it's the thing. We don't have any. So what you could do, and this is kind of a Chad trade, and a Chad trade, if you're not familiar, that's a trade you keep in for a while. Probably say 30. That's the thing. That's a problem with trading leverage on what on using leverage with this. I mean, you're better. Well, I guess could you go below 1x leverage? I mean, here to here is a perfect risk reward. If you want to bet, it goes to like 35 cents or something. That'd be a big point. Or even right to our local bottom here. If you just want to bet, we go even lower than that. If you want to bet 39 was not the bottom, something like that. However, the thing is, you could pump up a little bit more, 83 cents, that could be a failing trade. I don't know if it's worth it with that. I mean, you have to be waiting a while. I mean, funding fees, everything. I don't know. Are more people shorting right now? I don't know how the funding fees are for ADA. DOT, this wedge is kind of useless now. Let's get rid of it. Let's look at a 10-day on DOT. About to get that. DOT's too new. It does look like, given 90%, it does look like you get to $5-6 or something. I mean, if it crashes another 40-50% from here, $5, coming down with your VWAP, coming down with there. August, something like this on the 3-day. Like this, July, August, that's on the bottom out around there. It'd bring it down quite a bit more. Yeah, this guy's so bearish. I mean, 99% correction. Does anything ever come back from that much? I mean, ADA came back from a 98% correction. I don't know if anything's come back from a 99% correction. Um, yeah. Okay, use cross margin. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Uh, I love when like there's so many people that have talked about weekly. I think it's the SMA I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the EMA. It's the SMA. It's something else. Um, yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, but I don't think it'll be 50. It'll probably be 40 something. If it is 50, yeah, we're going to 17K. I don't think you would go that low though. I don't know. I feel like people would buy it up before then. You know what I mean? Like I think low 20s is more likely. All right, so let's look at kind of yeah, yeah. Let's look at the S&P. Then we'll look at oil. Seems pretty likely we're just going to come back down to this point. You know, and our come back down to this general area. Either what I think is going to happen, something like this, and then this, or here, then this. I think this is a little bit more likely. You know, something like that, probably. If you get down to this point, so that's we're in a recession at that point. That's big news. 27% correction. We're in a recession basically. That's the biggest correction since '08. And then you start to recover from here. Maybe you come out of the recession in a year or something. Maybe it's a shorter recession. And if this drops another 15%, say Bitcoin drops another 30 to 40 or whatever, it'd either be low 20s or 17K at this point in August, September, around there, while S&P's at 350. Major buying opportunity for pretty much everything at that point. Also, your S&P 500 is going to be in the red at that point. Yeah, that's big buying opportunity when it's in the red. Huge buying opportunity. How about the 10-day on this? Yeah, so probably the last time, that was '08 when 10-day came into the red. We were due to come into the red here on our 10-day. January. That's like full-blown recession, though, if you come down that much. I don't know if you'd come down that much, but this point, long-term, 350 with the SPY, that's basically pre-pandemic numbers almost. So you're going back, 2 years on that, yeah. And that's kind of how it works. I mean, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at oil. And I think the main thing with this is, you just look at this on the weekly. I mean, I think the biggest thing here is just wait till you get an actual bearish div, like a real bearish div printing on oil on the weekly, while money flow is starting to curve down, kind of like over here. You see this? That's not a bear. That wasn't a bearish div, actually. Or actually, no, it would be this one. This is an actual bearish div. This is what you want to look at. And you see this is happening as money flows really, really, really high and starting to come down. That's how you know to get out. So when would that happen? A few more months. I think we got a few more months. You'll probably get up to 120. If you guys are into options, strike price 115 with expiration. Expiration October, November, maybe. Not financial advice, but around here, probably do a nice option trade or something there. Or just buy it on spot, hold it for a few months, exchange that for crypto in September when crypto's real low. That's what I think would probably happen. Never financial advice, though. I mean, I don't know. 100%. It's all a game of probability. By the way, guys, if you're interested in my exclusive Discord, link in the description below. That's for some of my entry points, stop losses, take profits for mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum trades. Also some exclusive TA for crypto, altcoins, and some stocks as well, and commodities as well. Sometimes it's mainly crypto. Not right 100% of the time, but we've had some really good trades in there. A lot of people have really liked the community. We're in some trades right now. We had a lot of good ones last week. I think only one loser. last week. So definitely right way more than 50% of the time there usually. All right. So yeah, that's oil. Natural gas, people always have been looking at. I believe it's this one. Here's a little bit more interesting because you're very high with the weekly here. I don't know if I like this as much because you're so high with the weekly. Um, I don't know if you're probably gonna come up a little bit more with the with regular oil or whatever. This is the big point right here. It's 33. So yeah, I could see it coming up to there. Be careful with this because you're starting to finally get bearish divs. Money flow isn't curving down yet, so you still may be okay, but I'm a little bit more hesitant on this one than the other one. Yeah, you see, you're getting bearish divs while money flow is very high, starting to curve downward. I do think you'll continue to come up in the next few months. You get up to 40 here probably, but that's where you really got to look at it here. Yeah, you may get kind of a double top pattern with this one. So yeah. That is oil. Tesla, I mean, obviously not trading right now, but 3-day looks like you're going to go into the red here. Once you get into the red in the 3-day, I think you're going to be relatively close to your bottom. Even if you come down, another consolidate for a while, come down another 30% from there. 40% would be this point. If you come down, yeah, there's not much in between this and this could be a nice buy. If we're in, September, and this is at anything below 500, I would say, is a real good area to get into Tesla. Real nice price on Tesla. So, and then you'll probably be in the red on the weekly, which would probably signify somewhat of a bottom for Tesla. So that's going to be huge. Also, I think this red X could play out a bit more if it repeats kind of like this one. That's a 43% correction. So 43% from the top here. Yeah, right around 500. So anything sub 500, I think, is a really good deal for this. And, this is mainly a time to, I'd say, either because Bitcoin's, I'm obviously all pairs are going to bleed against Bitcoin a lot for the next few months, in my opinion. So this is a good time to stack cash and stack Bitcoin, I would say. Stack cash for, all these things. If you got money you want to put into your IRA, I would wait till September, August, and then, get some nice index funds, Tesla or, big caps that work well for that, and buy it in September. So kind of what I'm doing right now, mainly focusing on, did get a little bit of altcoins, in the past because there was the decent probability we could have bottomed out, about a month ago at the 25K, but now it's not looking like that. So bought some altcoins there. It's only 20% of the money I put in the market, so it's not a big deal. Well, really 40% if you count ETH as an altcoin. But yeah, right now, just Bitcoin for mainly a couple months, and then I'm going to try to get back into everything once we really bottom out in September is what I think will happen August, September. And don't have any money in the stock market at the moment, but aside from a Boeing trade I did. But yeah, no long-term money in the stock market, so I'm going to get in there. In a few months, definitely. Amazon, what I'm looking at here is to come a bit deeper in the, looks like we'll get a nice clean rejection off of here. Something like this I'm kind of looking at for September. 1700, that would be, just a textbook nice buy, nice 50% correction. If you get down that low, I think anything below 1800 is a kind of a steal for this. Your monthly, once that starts to get a bit lower here, this low, that would probably signify a bottom. 10-day I want to look at for this. Let's see. So your 10-day, this is a big point. Once this goes into the red, that's a very strong possibility that you're very close to a bottom, if not at a bottom. I mean, basically every single time. So yeah, and I think it would. Let's just look at the last time this happened here. I mean, let's see. 10-day money flow crossover. You came down another 44%. Yeah, we're already down a lot. I mean, you're gonna get close to that once you get that notification. When's that gonna happen? A couple months probably. That's what everything's telling me. Everything's telling me it's going to bottom out, around August, September. Don't show on your screen. Let's see, what about Chainlink? Yeah. Wait for the big news coming out from the case for the SEC. How do you think price will change this positivity? Okay. I think really you need to, well, XRP, it still is, even with everything that happened, the fact that it's still such a big market cap and it's still stayed, as high as it has, is pretty impressive. It's still a top 10 crypto. I mean, it's still big given as everything's going on. I think once you get back onto big exchanges like Coinbase, Robinhood, where all the cool kids are buying it, that's when you come up. So, whenever that happens, that's when you would probably recover and come up. Could it still, like any altcoin, could it still end up going to zero? Yes, definitely. Everything aside from Bitcoin and Ethereum is basically venture capitalism. It can't go to zero. We'll see. I mean, I view it kind of the same way as, actually I kind of like Cardano better, but I view it, the same way as most of the other, big cap altcoins. But yeah. Let's see. What was your question? I can't. Ahmad, where was your question? I don't see your question. Oh, maybe when we go to... Shout out to Ahmad though for the super chat, but no, I don't see your... Where was... Oh, okay, right here. Where do you see the high of this fake pump, and do you think tomorrow is going to be a red day? Okay, so yeah, I mean for that, Ahmad, it kind of seems to me like this fake pump, the top of it could have been what happened right here, what happened just now, and then we continue down from here. Given we're getting very high in the 4-hour VWAP, given there's a lot of money flow. In the green quite a bit with the 3-hour. Seems like we're due to start coming down a bit, but bullish case 8 hours. So it's hard to say at the moment. This is look, it's trying to come into the green. It's pretty bullish. That means we could come up you could come an 8-hour money flow crossover. That's huge. I mean, you could come up all the way to I wouldn't say 38, but you could come up back to 32. You could maybe come up to 35 from this, and then that would be enough to confirm your. Probably we'd get a green dot in the weekly with that in 6 hours, but that would confirm in next week, and then you come down from there. That'd be kind of your June rally that people have been talking about because we've gotten so many red candles in the weekly. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. It's a weird environment though, a weird bear market environment. But yeah, it's tough to say, man. Tough to say. I mean, obviously, this spiral line right here, good point to look to definitely go short, take a scalp short or something. But right now, just being patient with it, just waiting it out. In a few trades from before, but yeah, it's a weird market. We're going back to 30.8K. Maybe. That was a thought. Yeah, right there. We'll see what happens here. We will see. It's tough to say at the moment for short term. I mean, you got your 15-minute. That's a 6-minute. Excuse me. There's arguments to make on both sides of the case right now. I almost want to lean more bearish, but it's tough. I mean, it's been boring too because we've been just so range bound theoretically. But yeah. 19,700. Okay, so it's basically a bet of keeping 20K. You guys smash the like button. Let's get a few more likes in here. Tron, people always want me to look at near. People always want me to look at now. near we could look at. I mean, that your weekly seems like money flow's coming out. It seems like, you're going to bottom out with everything else around September. Where would that bring us to in terms of, it would probably be kind of a, let's see, I mean, from there to there was a 66% correction. So it could be a repeat of, could be another 60, 50, 60% down. Could be right to $2 or something. It could get ugly. It could get kind of ugly. Yeah, it seems like your 3-day wants to come back into the red. As this gets deep in the red, I think would probably be your, if you just keep, it's kind of like a repeat of, well, this is too new of a project, but a repeat of the last bear market, 2018, where you're sideways for a bit and then you come down a lot. Could be back all the way back to these areas right here. Tron. Weekly, generally the same thing. For everything, I think you're going to come deep into the bottom out in a few months here on the weekly. Where would that bring you to? I mean, probably another 45. I mean, back to here. I think it could be worse. You come down to here, 66% from here. Could be the new chain link, the kind of new chain link of this bear market if it continues to do well. Chain link, I think a few more months like everything else. It does, 50% from here, 40, 50%, $4. Yeah, $2, somewhere around here. Back to 2019 numbers. That's a bear market. Don't think you're going down this low though. Link is really underperformed. Let's see this guy. This looks like it could really go low, man. I think it could even be worse than, just given how this looks. This could go to a cent, maybe even lower. This could just die out here. It really could. The RSIs are tight, well, we can look at the RSI. It's just, I don't look at the RSIs as much, but we could look at what's happening right now. 30-minute, we got a money flow crossover. No. RSIs, well, they're kind of tight. This is kind of in between here, 12-hour. Kind of tight there, trying to come up. Daily, are a little tight, but not really curving up yet. Tight and curving down in the 2-day. 4-hour split. Yeah. I think Zcash, not financial advice though. So I mean, that's just how the market is at the moment. It's just not. I mean, we could look at, let's look at the Nasdaq, or let's look at Microsoft. I know that finally went down, as I've been talking about. If you've been listening to me, I've been talking about this going down for a while, and finally got there. This monthly was atrocious. Just absolutely atrocious right here, and then you finally got your dump. Wow. So it's down from all-time high, down about 30%. And this was one of the trades I was talking about making when it was probably a lot higher when it was a month ago, a while ago or something, around here. Kind of something like that. That was one of the ones I was talking about making. But I mean, this seems like your weekly, once you go into the red here, that's a good place to look. Seems like you'd bottom out with everything else September. Where would we end up? Based on historical evidence. Right here to right there, another 15% downward. It could be another 15% downward from this point, but I don't Yeah, that's probably 200. And then that's because that's a big area right there. Around 200 bucks, 40% dump. Be a big area to look. I think you're due to go, 10-day. Yeah, this is like the .com bubble. Bam, right down there. $2 trillion market cap. That's huge. What is Apple? 3 trillion, I think. Apple's a little bit higher. Apple, same type of deal too. I mean, that weekly, you're probably gonna get there. Probably gonna get into that. That could be a nice bottom though. I mean, 23% down from. I mean, we'll do it both. 23% down, 113. That's you got some confidence there. 13% down from here, or what was it? Hold on. Oh, yeah, 23% down. 23% down from there. This is real bad. And right there, 100. What would that be for 43% correction? So that would be like, we come into that recession, and then it recovers from there. And keep in mind, too, like '08, things bottomed out in a little bit over a year. So a normal recession, not as bad as '08, that could easily bottom out. So the high was in January. It could easily bottom out August, September. That's September is what, the ninth month of the year in 9 months. That's easily, a normal recession bottom out area, and you stay in that recession for, I don't know, a year or two, and then you finally start to come out. That could be a nice bottom place. So right now, I mean, the main thing, like, stack your, not very financial advice, but stack cash, oil, commodities for the next month or two, next couple months, next 3 months, then convert them back into stock market and crypto, in September. That would be the trade. That'd possibly be the big trade to make. So yeah. I'm trying to think here. What else can we look at? It seems inevitable, And what is, if you come down, well, from where we are right now, another 50%, $20. People have been saying $20, big point. Heard Mitch Ray talking about $20. It would make sense. Or mid-20s. Another 50% from here. Yeah, just based on how you'd probably repeat, what was the percentage from like here to here? 50, 60%. Yeah, 50, 60% right there, $15. That's where you got to look. And then same general area. I mean, look, this is where you would be deep in the red around September. It would be one of those 5-month red candles for Bitcoin if that plays out that way. US 30, I don't know what that even. I don't know what this is. Currency. Same thing with everything else. Yeah, you'll come down a bit more, I would say. Maybe here, 28 or something. Oh, this is the Dow Jones, yeah. Yeah, if you come down another 22%, 25% correction, come down there the next few months. That's what I'm kind of thinking. We'll see what happens, though. Yeah, same as the SPY. I don't know, net. Cloudflare. Weekly. Same thing when weekly gets in the red. Yeah, it looks like you got a little bit more carnage here. Definitely. Let's look at the 3-day. Yeah, next big point, probably around here. Another 50% down, maybe. You go to a $10 billion market cap, yeah. Something like that. I mean, this was just, this is what, because think about it, just straight up for, a 2-year period, basically. Up 12x, all the way back down. Wow. And how could you have caught that top? Well, that one didn't work. It just came higher. I mean, weekly, yeah, there's no actual divergence here, so that would have been a tough one to catch. But yeah, this would have been a tough top to catch. That's a tough top to catch. I mean, even your daily here, you would have got it because money flow coming out. That you would have got it, but who knows there? Yeah. Robinhood, $5 billion market cap, maybe. If you come down a bit more, then yeah. Right down, if you do something like this, double. Yeah, $6 or something over here. What was the waves? This is a weird one because it just pumped out of nowhere over here, and then the devs like just dropped it. Yeah, I see why you would want to short it. Probably get, yeah, something like that to the bottom. This would be nice. Yeah, if you're betting that it's going back to this area, this would work out pretty well. I would think you'd probably win that trade. You do have some bullish sign. I mean, money flow crosser, it does look bullish in some of these time frames. I think it's a bull trap though, but we'll see. Weekly does not look too good there. Coinbase is firing its employees and declining job offers. I think they know something we don't know. Early signs of crypto winter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they know they're predicting that's going to be the same. Yeah, a year or two of a consolidation. Yeah. Usually though, when you start hearing the news, it's usually this is when everybody starts selling, and if you sell now, yeah, you're going to see in a month or two it's probably going to be lower, and you're going to say it's a good idea, but then in a year you're going to be hitting yourself in the head, or 2 years. You're going to be smacking yourself in the face that you sold. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem there. What are some commodities you guys like? I mean, I know people have been talking about cotton futures, straight up. Yeah, ooh, that's the thing, because you're high. It almost seems like the top here for a lot of these, because look. How much is this up? 200%. Wow. Maybe one last leg up, one more of these. You're getting those divergences, those bearish divergences as money flows coming out. I don't know if I would want to go. The only one I'm more comfortable with is kind of, yeah, there's a lot of signs that we could be near the top here. It would be interesting if the market, I mean, I feel like that would be the kind of, the main view for the Democrats, just pump the market towards midterms, and that would work well, and then keep inflation kind of under control and have some of these come down. If they're able to orchestrate that, I just don't think. I think this will come up a little bit more. Well, that's just cotton. How about coffee? Coffee futures. Yeah, we've looked at this. See, yeah, here we go, because you got money coming back up. You got to look, then, yeah, wait till this wave comes back up. You probably get a wave down, then that'll be your bearish div to bring us down. And this will probably come up. Could be a double top pattern with this. I could see this coming up a bit more. Yeah, especially with a monthly money flow cross. Oh, that's very bullish. Yeah. Oh, wow. That would give us a few more years. Wow. if that does play out that way, that would give us, yeah. Wow, last time that happened, you pumped up a lot. It was kind of like, yeah, it would take time, but you'd get up, you'd come up, it would get choppy. But my main view here is you just, have a wick up to your top 280 or something, then you're finally done for a bit. Wheat, yeah, people have been talking about wheat. Wheat futures. Thing with this, you're high up, money flow seems like it's starting to curve downward here. That's the thing. I mean, could commodities come down with everything for the next 2 months? Maybe just everything comes down. That'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting. Yeah, because maybe you have less people buying this stuff, but you're getting bearish divs on, on the weekly and high time frames. It does look toppy in that respect. I mean, how much did you pump in the last? 10-hour doesn't look good there. Looks like it's come down $100 or something. We looked at U.S. natural gas before. Doesn't look as good as U.S. oil, though. The U.S. oil one looks kind of the best, in my opinion. I mean, we'll look at it one more time, I guess. Yeah, the thing, I don't like the 10. Yeah, I mean, it could go higher here, definitely, but I don't like how you're getting bearish divergences. I still think you got one more leg up. Still think you got one more leg up to August, September, though. Come up a few more dollars here or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, get a little bit higher on the monthly. Something like this, yeah, some percentage, like, I don't know about that high, but yeah, it's volatile. Yeah, maybe $12. Yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm going to get off in a second. Let's take one last look at Bitcoin, see what's happening there. That's on my, let me go to my, yeah, it is interesting. Just sideways, then you're finally breaking upward a little bit. I mean, we'll see. Keep my eye on this point right here. Possibly do a scalp short or something. Usually the best trades come in during Mondays through Thursdays, so be keeping my eye on this. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the live stream. If you guys are interested in the exclusive Discord, link in description below. Some of my trade entries, stop losses, take profits, and exclusive TA. Link in description below. If you're interested in my trading course, where I go over all the things you need to know theoretically to be a profitable trader in this game, link in the description below. We're doing a discount right now. And yeah, trading psychology, why I think the majority of people lose in this game, risk management, how to interpret market cipher, how to place trades, how to use the exchanges. I go over pretty much everything you need to know. So I think it will help you out. So check that out. And BITGET, FEMEX, links in the description below. It's the same promo every YouTuber gives you. So check that out. If you want to help support the channel, create a new account. If you want to do some trading, if you're an experienced trader, do that. And Market Cipher, link in the description below. Use my link and my discount code down below. And let's see. I think that's pretty much it. If you want to do a one-on-one session with me, link in the description below as well through Market Cipher Academy. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.